I ain't gonna lie, over this past year, we've seen a lot of mainstream rappers drop albums or singles that just left the fans absolutely disgusted with the eardrum kryptonite they released to the general public. Like, bro, some artists have missed the mark so bad they have fans wondering if they're even capable of releasing music somewhat close to what they once released. Or are they getting to the point in their career where we might have to start considering the fact they may be clean dish utensils? And with all that being said, today I thought we would take a look at a few of the rappers the fans are not feeling and decipher whether or not they're cookout barbecue sandwiches or if they have a chance to get back in the fans' good graces. Alright, now the first rapper we got here today who's on the brink of being cooked, we got Lil Baby. Now, a couple years back, the rap game's eye terrorizer was dropping music so amazing, he made people disregard the fact he looks like he chews on couch cushions and swallows plastic silverware. I'm talking about during the COVID pandemic, rap fans began to believe Lil Baby was Black Jesus. I mean, he couldn't miss even if he tried. I mean, he had songs where he was hitting on every vibe. Like, he had lit songs that you couldn't escape. I'm trying to tell y'all, you couldn't walk inside of a club or function without hearing Lil Baby turn up songs, even if it was a damn Indian family get together. They was probably playing Lil Baby. And not only that, he had songs that might make you reach out to your ex-girl you ain't hit up in months to set aside y'all differences and get back together. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I remember when I first heard Catch the Sun by Lil Baby, I texted my ex out the blue telling her it was gonna rain and she should be careful driving, just to start up a conversation because Lil Baby had me in my feels. And then on top of all of that, he went through his Martin Luther King arc where he was speaking up for African American issues, trying to get his toes wet in the activist realm. Hey, but I'ma be honest, over this past year and a half, he couldn't drop a songs the fans like if God himself told him the only way he gets through the pearly gates is if he releases a song that the fans enjoy. It's almost like every single song he drops nowadays, you got people in the comment section saying that he might be washed and every single song he drops sounds the exact same. And with all that being said, the ultimate question is Lil Baby cooked? And I'm gonna have to say he's just undercooked. He's more like medium rare. Now look, I personally think Lil Baby just needs to work with producers and engineers he's never worked with before in order to shake the fans saying he sounds the same on every single song. And on top of that, another thing he needs to stop doing is beefing with people the fans like more than him, because I ain't gonna lie, right now he's undefeated backwards in any beef he's ever been in so far in his career. He may go down in history as the worst artist in beef in history. But back to what I was saying, the reason I say he's medium rare is because when the fans start saying you sound the same, you on thin ice, because if he drops something too experimental, all the fans are gonna say he should have just stuck with what he was doing prior. And if he sticks with what he was doing prior, they gonna say it's the same song on repeat. So unless he finds the perfect medium to please the fans, he's cooked. Alright, now for the next rapper who's on the verge of being cooked, we gotta go with Lil Uzi Vert. Now, the 410 devil worshiping bandit apparently didn't negotiate a contract extension deal with Satan, because all of the fans that he exchanged his afterlife soul for on his last contract have absolutely trashed his last two albums. And look, although Pink Tape did good numbers, a lot of fans said they wasn't really rocking with that album. And then Eternal Will Take Two may have gotten the absolute worst backlash Lil Uzi Vert has ever faced in his entire career. But the ultimate question is Lil Uzi Vert cooked? And I'ma have to say absolutely not. Look bro, Uzi's main problem is the fact that him or his team previews some of the greatest snippets to grace our eardrums, but whenever it comes time to pick songs for the album, I'm convinced he goes to the absolute worst songs he has ever created and says, yeah, I think the fans will love these. Like, no bro, drop what we want. And on top of that, another thing that I've been absolutely begging for is for JT to break up with this zesty midget, or at least act like she wants to break up with him, because his last two albums ain't hit the same and he been with JT, so she has to leave him, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Now look, hear me out. Every man on the planet does better after their girlfriend leaves them. I don't know why, it's just something that happens. Like boom, prime example. If you find out that your girlfriend was ignoring your lovey-dovey goodnight text because she was getting her face pinned to shower glass while getting her cardiovascular system rearranged by another man, and he stole her from you, the first thing you gonna want to do is get your life right, get your money up, hit the gym, and all that other good business. That's exactly what would happen to Uzi if she leaves him, and we already know he makes his best music after a girl breaks his heart. But all jokes aside, as long as Uzi gets back to releasing highly anticipated snippets and gets back to doing him, I promise he's gonna be just fine. Y'all gonna stop playing with my goat, man. Alright, now for the next rapper who's on the verge of being cooked, we gotta go with Ice Spice. Now, about 2 years back, Ice Spice had rap fans in a sunken place hypnotized trance where people were ignoring the fact she was dropping dog pound feces only because she would turn around and shake her dumpster truck wagon in the camera. And I ain't gonna lie, up until a couple months ago, she was hotter than fried chicken grease. I mean, she had songs with Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, and people was actually streaming her singles and albums. But the only thing it took for people to realize she's been releasing dumpster juice in the form of musical expression is for her to get into a couple altercations the Shade Room fangirls wasn't rocking with. And as you may know, if you're a female artist, you need the Shade Room females to stroke your bone, because if not, you might as well call it a career. And not only that, she's lost 25 million monthly listeners in the span of a year, basically indicating that nobody cares if you're shaking your booty meat in the camera. It's time to start following up with some good music. Now again, the ultimate question is Ice Spice cooked or not? And I'ma say musically, she's extremely cocked. She's cocked. She's cocked. Now look, I'ma be real. It might be time for Ice Spice to start doing Fashion Nova promos and Instagram ads, because nobody but the 20 million Apple cell phones they have placed in a warehouse is streaming Ice Spice's music. Now look, all jokes aside, I know y'all think I'm just a hater, but I really be listening to artists before I make a statement on my channel, because I want what I'm saying to be facts. So as I say all that, I ain't gonna lie, on her most recent project, Y2K, I'll give her props for attempting to try something new, but respectfully, she's only good at dropping booty meat shaking anthems for bops in the club. Hey, but with all that being said, that's all I got for today's video. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share this mug too. With all that being said, y'all be easy, y'all be safe, y'all stay out the way. I love y'all. Catch y'all next one. I'm out, man. Peace.